As Coach Reese, today we're still in circles and we're going to convert a circle into its standard form. So we're going to do this by completing the square. Maybe not your favorite, but you're going to have to learn how to do this because we're going to do the exact same thing with ellipses and with hyperbolas. Okay, so the more we practice, the better we are at this. And along the way, we're going to be able to determine what the location of the center of the circle is and what our radius is. Now, once we get through completing the square, our circle will be in standard form. And we're going to find the center by H and K. They're inside the parentheses, so we're going to take the opposite to find the center. And then my radius is squared, so we're going to take the square root to actually find the radius. Okay? All right, so let's just complete the square and show you what it's like. Okay? So here's my problem. We'll start with number 3. We're going to go x squared plus 2x. Notice how we match those together. Just put the x's together. We're going to say plus blank. Then we're going to say plus y squared plus 4y plus blank. We're going to complete the square twice. Okay? We're going to move this 1 to the other side of the equation, and we're going to go equals a -1 plus blank plus blank. If there's 2 blanks on the left side, there needs to be 2 blanks on the right side. Okay? Take half. What is half of 2? Half of 2 is 1. Okay, so we're going to bring down the x and the parentheses squared, just like we were doing with our parabolas. Okay? Half of 2 is 1. 1 squared is 1. Repeat the process with the y's. Half of 4. Half of 4 is 2. 2 squared is 4. These are going to cancel. -1 and a +1 will cancel each other out. That leaves me with a +4. Now, this is in standard form. To find, listen to me now, to find the center, my HK, we're going to take the opposite, So the opposite, it's still a little too high. The opposite is a -1. The opposite is a -2. This is our center. -1, -2. The radius, this is r squared. So we take the square root of 4 and the radius equals 2. So if we were going to graph this, we would say -1, -2, -1, -2, we would put a dot. And the radius is 2, so we would count 1, 2, and put a dot. 1, 2, and put a dot. And 1, 2, put a dot, 1, 2, put a dot. Now, when you connect your dots, don't make it look like a diamond. Okay, so try to round it a little bit. And you'll probably do a better job than I will, but there's my circle. The radius is 2. Well, that's a little high. Let's try that again. That was not very pretty. 2, 2, 2, 2. Still not very pretty. That's why I'm saying you're going to do better than I am. Okay, all right, let's try it again. Hard part is completing the square. Okay, so let's get started. X squared plus 4x plus blank. Y squared. Do you see another y anywhere? There is not another y. That's good. That means you do not have to complete the square. That means that y value will be 0, or the k value of the center will be 0. Okay? Move the 1, and you're going to get equals a +1 plus blank. Now, we have only 1 blank, so we need only 1 blank over here. Half of 4 is 2. 2 squared is 4. bring down your plus y, that's a 2, excuse me. Bring down your y squared. 1 plus 4 equals 5. My equation is almost in standard form, okay? I need to put, actually this is in standard form, but what would help us to find the center is the opposite of positive 2 is a negative 2. There's nothing in parentheses to take the opposite of, so we're going to get a 0. In this case, my radius, I need to take the square root of 5, and I'm going to get the square root of 5 because you can't simplify that, okay? Now, if you were going to have to graph this, you would have to estimate that that's going to be like 2.1, you know, on your graph. But I wouldn't give you a decimal where you'd have to guess that much, okay? So, complete the square just like we've been doing a bunch of times with our parabolas, okay? If you do not have anything to pair with your y squared or your x squared, know that that will get you a 0 in the parentheses, okay? That's where we are today. That's what we're going to do, is we're going to identify the center, we're going to identify the radius, and some of your problems we're going to actually ask you to sketch a graph, which is not that hard to do. All right? Hey, get after it. Have a good day.